Hi guys, my name is Odunola and welcome back to the Lifesavers Apprentice.
This is the Lifesavers Apprentice.
Today I'm having this smell. Today I am not here alone. I am with my friends. They'll be introducing themselves like soon, and we're going to be having a sit-down discussion. Literally, we are sitting on the floor. Yes,
On
yes,
the floor.
yes, on the floor. Yeah, on the tiles though. It's not like bare floor.
Yeah.
About gender-based violence and what we as young people can do to end it. So, ladies first, are you cool?
Yeah, sure.
Please, your name and what you do.
I am Olamide and Femi.
Look at camera, bro.
I recite Yoruba poems and I'm a medical student, 400 level to be precise. And
Because I like to hype people, she doesn't recite Yoruba poems. She, spoken word artistry in Yoruba language. Beautiful stuff. If you ever need Ewi, that's Yoruba poetry recited at your weddings, funerals. You understand? Birthdays, anything. The good occasions, please. She's your girl. So, yeah.
Okay, so my name is Olamide and Femi Samuel.
Touch
I'm a
it.
medical student.
Yeah.
400 level. Still going higher.
Yes.
Yeah, and well, however, I play saxophone fairly well.
You say what?
Fairly
No,
well.
not fairly well, people. He's an amazing saxophone. You people are just forming fake. What's that? Market yourself. Oh.
Well, I'm trying.
No, he's not
Yeah,
trying.
trying.
I'm his assistant manager, by the way. He's fantastic. Trust me.
So, any events, whatever you want to do, anything.
Yes. Birthday.
Even if you want me to come and be waking up
you know,
every morning with sax, I'm cool with it.
As long as you have your
there's
money.
eh.
Yes, we can
Not
do
like I
that.
don't have work, I have work.
I leave medical school.
Now that we've gotten the introductions out of the way, so what we're going to talk about today is gender-based violence, and like I said, what we as young people can do to end it. So before we start, let me ask you, since we already started with introductions, Femi, what do you understand by gender-based violence?
What I think gender-based violence is violence based on gender is the thing is in the words, is in the words. So when you are discriminating against someone based on their gender, be it be male or female, discriminating against the person and trying to intimidate the person because you feel you are bigger or you are better because of your gender.
Yeah.
So the gender must be there.
Mhm.
That's a factor.
Yeah, I get. So Olamide, what do you understand by gender-based violence?
Oh, I said, like he said, gender-based violence is in its definition, gender and the male gender and the female gender. But then we all know that the female gender that is always assumed as the victim, as we all know, and then the male gender they see themselves as like, it's just generally seeing someone of the other gender as lower to you.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah,
what
I
it
think
means.
like that's what forms the basis of gender-based violence. Violence against women really. Patriarchy is like the base of it. Like men feeling superior to women, and cases of women that also abuse men, mostly verbally, because women are not maybe as physically strong as men. They also try to make the men feel smaller, inferior to them. So, what forms of gender-based violence do you know, Lando?
The domestic violence is the first one, and then there's the emotional violence. The emotional, we won't say violence, but then it's like emotionally using the person's weaknesses.
Emotional torture,
Yeah,
that kind of
torture,
thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
against them.
Yeah.
And gender-based violence can be between someone that is quite older, that might be of another gender, and someone that is young.
Yeah, using that age
Age,
disparity.
the age disparity too.
Bank,
Okay, there's rape.
yes.
Of course, there's rape. There's gender mutilation in female.
Yes, female genital mutilation.
Genital mutilation, sorry about that. And sometimes it is not rape, then it is not consensual sex. Sometimes it is forced in such a way that it is violent, and that could be
Like
violence.
yes, like a guy and his girlfriend say they are actually in a relationship, but the girl is not in the mood, and then she says no.
Yeah,
But
and
because the
then-
guy is actually stronger than her, it's still that's actually like rape. That's rape. There's no two words for it.
Once the lady is saying no, and you are still going on, It is rape.
It's rape.
Okay.
What is it? Do you disagree?
I don't know.
How would you
I don't know
know?
the definition. Things this time has become blurry, and the
Yeah.
lines are now
Yeah.
larger and longer.
Mm.
Things that are usually black and white.
Right, yeah, they are
Now you
they are
have gray
areas.
So,
But
I don't know.
I think to me there's still a clear difference between what's right and
yeah.
what's wrong. I think also from other forms of gender-based violence include trafficking in women, because
Children.
a lot of people that are trafficked are actually women and children. So we as young people, have you ever come across any of these forms of violence before?
Is it to me as a person?
No, it
or
could be to you or to someone else.
No, I've not been.
You've not come across it before. What about you?
Well, I've heard about domestic violence.
Yeah.
Husband beating a wife,
Yeah.
using her, talking to her in the house like trash.
Yes.
It's very painful. Hurts me.
Yeah, it hurts me too.
That's everyone.
And I've not seen
Like
myself,
physically.
I said,
You've seen?
like, okay, when you're talking about a man beating his wife, yes, you've definitely have seen that.
That's very common in our environment.
Yeah.
And you'll find out that most women that are beaten by their husbands will not speak out.
Yes.
Because in our culture, it's assumed that the man can beat his wife. And
Discipline.
God. Personally, I've seen some forms of violence. I've heard of people that people attempted to rape. They were not successful, thank God. But I've seen people, but still, even attempted rape still leaves a level of mistrust to the person's mind. And domestic violence, that one is very, very rampant.
And even after the old rape stuff and all, but okay, let's say between the age disparity thing between an adult and a child, what if the child speaks up and then they won't believe the
They
child?
won't believe the child.
They do not believe the child. Like parents, the stuff about depression that they were saying the other day. There was one thing I read. The lady said she told her parents that her cousin raped her. And then her parents called a family meeting with the cousin. Then the cousin said she was seducing him.
Hey!
And then they beat her. And then the father said he cursed the day she was given birth to. Can you imagine? The guy raped her.
And they still blamed
And
her.
they still
And then
blamed her. So how would that one make us?
You understand? So gender-based violence. Although let's talk about this part now. A lot of advocacy is going for and for women, is always focused on women and girls and young children, not even just girls and boys and stuff, but mostly girls, women and girls. And a lot of people have been speaking out that what about the men? Men get raped too and stuff. So how do you think we can make everything, balanced? For me personally, I think why a lot of advocacy is going towards the women and girls that obviously they are the weaker.
Yeah, that's it.
And this violence is targeted mostly to
Women.
on women and girls. Although I do not feel like men should be neglected.
Well, we are medical students now.
Yes.
So in medicine, once you target the majority, as in pharmacology now, they target the common diseases,
Yeah.
produce drugs for that, and the ones that are not as common, they call them orphan
diseases. Yeah.
So the male thing is orphan. It is very little
Minute.
compared to the female one.
Yeah.
And then a man should have sense. The base of everything is sense. You have sense, you will not be doing stuff like that.
Yes, and women should also have sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what do you think?
I think men. Everybody presumes men should be able to take care of themselves.
Yeah.
So that would make it very, very difficult for anybody to take the fact that men are being abused seriously.
Yes.
Because men would not speak out if their wives are abusing them because they feel like it will bruise their ego, make them weaker.
Yeah.
So before you can even find a handful of men that are being abused, you have to do a lot of research.
Research, yeah.
the thing.
So we as young people, I have seen a couple of my friends, not really close friends, but friends of friends. I've heard their stories that in university settings, their boyfriends beat them.
I've seen.
You've seen?
Yeah.
Their boyfriends literally beat them. So what can we as young people do to stop things like that from happening, or or people that, let's just talk about stop things like that from happening. What can we do? What can we as young people do? Who wants to go first? Yeah, they're pointed at you.
Okay, simply we should just for the guys should have sense. You should not lift your hand against a woman.
That's the first thing.
I mean, I think home training is,
And mothers should stop saying that it's the girls that need home training. These boys too, they need home training.
why are you saying this voice? I think this one has a training.
These boys too need home training so they can have sense and stop treating women
As
bad
secondary,
ways. Yes. Because if you don't train, okay, when we have sons, we'll probably train them. I don't know. We just need to train the men more because men feel like they can get away with a lot of things.
Yes.
Yes.
Sure.
And then, sorry, all the fault is not on the side of the man.
Yeah.
The woman, the female too, should give herself some esteem. Make herself
Exactly.
not look like trash.
Yeah.
Some ladies, they will do their boyfriend like that, their lord. Some people, they will do their boyfriend like that, their husband. Husband is feeling better, lord, like they are servants to them.
I am loyal to your government. Yeah.
No, you have your own opinion. When he talks, you have your own opinion to say, and don't make him feel like he's bigger than you, is your superior. Don't make him feel like he's your superior. And if the guy too have sense, he will not see the lady as inferior to him.
When they say when the purpose of the thing is not known, abuse is
inevitable.
inevitable.
Yeah.
By the time you as a lady subject yourself to a guy, someone that maybe you're not even if you're married to the person, if you the way they think this word works is that whatever you call yourself is what people will call you.
Exactly.
When you say I am inferior, people will treat you
Exactly.
as such. And for me, I believe that as young people, there's a lot of role we can play. For young people as ourselves that are going through these things, we can encourage them. And I found out that people in abusive relationships, they will not live easily.
They will not live.
So it takes a lot of care, patience, and love, and constant talking, and just being there for them to get them out. And we as future parents also have a large role to play. Yeah, I think it's one thing that we have to be committed to our future children.
Yeah.
And say that no, I'm going to raise my kids, both boys and girls. I'm going to raise them right. And then when they are talking about things like female genital mutilation or rape, that rape issue is just it's just another thing on its own. And there's now a culture going on in Nigeria about the girl will get raped and say they will not ask her that what time did she go there? What was she wearing? So I mean, what do you think about that?
No. It's not. Wait, people, those old men that rape children, was it about what they were wearing?
I mean, they raped 7 years, babies.
Was on the baby's body.
They even rape people that are wearing hijab.
Was on the baby's body that was enticing. It's a psychological thing.
Yeah.
It is not the fault of the lady.
Thing.
Yeah. So I think we need to stop shaming people that have been raped. You know, a lot of boys also get raped.
Well,
Maybe as children.
Yes, as children.
Yeah.
As children, as kids. I know some couple of friends have told me their experience in private about how they were, you know, when they were maybe in primary school, there was this older cousin, but their cases are not as talked about. But it also does some level of psychological damage to them. Anyways, guys, we're about to come to the end of this vlog. Thank you guys so much for coming. I hope that we as young people will take it up upon ourselves that we would be advocates for change, and we'll also get our friends to do the same thing. Yeah, like my friends and our other friends.
definitely.
So are we taking this pledge, guys?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
We're trying to tell our friends.
So, Olamide and Bankole, thank you guys so much for coming to the Lifesavers Apprentice. My name still remains Odunola. If you have not subscribed, kindly click the subscribe button, click it. Like I said earlier, for your beautiful airway, for your fantastic saxophone playing, is that correct? You can contact, these guys. So I'll be sharing the link to their social media handles in the description too, so you can follow them. And don't forget to follow us on social media too. The link, everything is going to be in the description. So I think I will see you guys again next time.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Right.
If you call us,
Oh, I will.
if you've not subscribed, you've not been coming.
You're not doing well.
Yes,
You should
well.
apply yourself.
You should apply
Apply
yourself.
yourself.